Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology. Once again, I'm Manita Lenka. I'm a Vedic astrologer, and today I'm going to be discussing week 7 of the year 2025. This starts from the 10th of Feb and it's till the 16th of February 2025. And these transit videos are based on moon's interaction with all the other signs and all the other houses and the planets. So our day-to-day routine life, how is it going to be, how the day is going to unfold, how is the week going to unfold, that we actually can check through this video. So if you're watching me for the first time, I do take consultations. You can just book a reading. The link is there, on my description box, vlastrology.com. You can go there and check. All the readings are there. And do subscribe my channel and do hit the bell notification. Whenever I'm going live, you will get to know. You will be notified for sure. Because I think the notifications don't go if I'm going live. And there are so many people who really don't get to know that I'm live. So do let me know in case you are not able to hear me or some other glitches there. So that, I can just rectify it, or maybe, I can take a pause, because these are all live sessions, as you all know. So this week starts from the 10th to the 16th, as I said, and we do have two major most planets, changing their signs. That is Mercury and Sun. Mercury is combust also since January. And this is going to be a very important one because Sun and Mercury are going to be conjunct Saturn this time. And every year, Sun and Mercury will be getting conjunct with these kinds of planets, or the outer planets especially. So they are very peculiar transits whenever there are malefics or, some important, like Jupiter, forming a connection with these kinds of grahas. So I'll be sharing with you my insights on the same. And these are all general predictions, and you can change your time as per your time zone. If at all I'm saying that moon is transiting today at so-and-so time period, it's based on India, New Delhi time. So you need to go in minus if you are in the west side, or to the plus if you are towards the east of India. So this is how you should be checking. And these are based on Ascendant, Moon, and Dasha sign. As I always say, I've made a short video on the same. Please do watch that. And it's in the shorts. If you will go to the shorts, it's there, right there, how to check the transits. So that'll help you actually understand and navigate through your Dasha sign also. I want to add something today here also, that how you can check the nakshatra yourself. Suppose you are in a particular planet's nakshatra, which is the Dasha Lord also, and it's forming a connection with 8th house. Suppose your Rahu is in the 8th house. And Moon is transiting through Shatabisha or Ardhara and is forming a connection with Rahu's nakshatra. That particular day is going to be giving you some uneasiness also. Maybe sudden gains, sudden losses, and some insecurities also you do go through whenever Moon is forming a connection with that Rahu. This is also one of the ways to check the transits. So when you are checking the transit, please do see whether this day Moon is transiting through a nakshatra which is forming a connection with the 8th house planet. Then you have to be cautious when you have to take any major decision. Avoid. If at all you are into astrology and you know astrology, a little bit of astrology also, you're good to go, I would say. All right. So let's start with the video. I hope you like the Durga Ma's, painting there. Somebody has gifted to me, and somebody has also gifted me the two fish, Pisces. So I will be getting it framed maybe soon. Somebody has gifted me all these paintings. There are 3-4 paintings. I think I can show you one more. There's a Ganesha also somebody has gifted me today. So you can see, it's a beautiful Ganesha. It's clay, made of clay. So thank you so much to the ones who have gifted it to me. Thank you so much. And one more, a little bit, prayer maybe, I require from your side. My dad is a little unwell. So please do pray for him that he gets better soon. And his pain and, whatever he's going through, please pray for him. He's under tremendous pain, So that pain should subside. I only want that. And I want you all to just keep him in your prayers whenever you're doing so. Thank you so much. Little uneasy today I am, but yeah, I said no, weeklies is a ritual. I have to do it. So let's start with the, I must tell you the condition of Moon this week. All right. So thank you so much, Mona Lisa. I am really going through a lot today, but yeah, I'm looking fresh. maybe, I've just prayed to the Lord for everyone's well-being, and especially my dad. So keep him in your prayers, everyone. So a moon is going to be transiting through 3 zodiac signs, that is Cancer, Leo, Virgo. From 10 to 12, it's going to be in Cancer sign, and it's going to be opposite Sun, Mercury, aspected by Rahu and trine to Venus also. And we do have a full moon also in Ashlesha, and that is why it's a Shahi Snan day also, whosoever is visiting the Kumbh Mela. So this is a very important time period. Then we have moons transiting through the Leo sign on the 13th and the 14th, opposite Saturn, and is going to be in Rahu Ketu axis on the 15th to the 16th, and trine to Mercury, Sun, aspected by Mars and Jupiter in the Virgo sign. So Virgo sign is also, having a lot of energy here. And we do have Mercury and Sun forming a connection with Saturn, because they are going to be in the Aquarius sign. So Sun is going to be in Aquarius sign from 12th Feb to 14th March, and Mercury is going to be before to that in the Aquarius sign from 11th Feb to the 27th March. Well, 27th Feb, sorry. Okay. So this is what is the transit position like. Let me just tell you one more thing, which is very important. That is, let me share the screen with you so that, you can make out what I'm talking about. Because without showing you the transit positions, it's really not going to make any sense if you're trying to look at the summary part. So you must understand the horoscope also. Simone is going to be here in your Cancer sign, Leo sign, and Virgo sign. And there is a Mercury's ingress in Aquarius. Sun is going to be ingressing in Aquarius sign. So this is a very important one. And majorly, these are the 2 positions changing. And we do have a full moon in Ashlesha Nakshatra, and that's on the 12th of February at 29 degrees 53 minutes, in Ashlesha, means it's a Gandanta also, in a way, it's a Gandanta moon. So when this Ashlesha is going to be taking place. So Gandanta is a very, very, the babies born during this time must perform the ritual, to pacify this Gandanta energy. Also, can you see Sun and Mercury are almost at the same degrees? Can you see this? So this is called the combustion Astangata. Okay. And Mercury is going to be combust. It started from 20th Jan till the 22nd of February. It's going to be combust. Now, Mercury's combustion will bring about lack of clarity in your thought process, intelligence, business, decision-making. So there can be some misunderstandings, miscommunication, hasty decision-making. There can be some glitches in the technological part, struggles with the teamwork, in case you have any teams to handle. So those energies are quite prevalent, So the best is that you worship Lord Ganesha during this time, take his blessings, and if you want to, you can recite Om Buddhaya Namaha also. Offer Durva grass. There is a, you can Google and see what is Durva grass. That is very, dear to Lord Ganesha. So if you want, you can just, offer that to Lord Ganesha also. Avoid hasty decisions regards to your finances, as it is Mercury and Sun are going to be in the Aquarius sign together. They're going to be ingressing into it. So this is the time when you have to be careful about your finances, relationship, contracts, friendships, your verbal communication, journeys, travels. Maybe you want to get into the education zone. So you might just have some confused state of mind also, whether to take up this or that, that kind of a subject. Or maybe, you're using technology in a very, misusing, in fact. So don't fall prey to all those energies during this transit. So I will be incorporating the readings as far as the 12 signs is concerned, because Mercury and Sun are going to be giving you a very important result related to the Aquarius transit. Now, coming to the sign-wise prediction. So this is going to be, and the Ashlesha full moon is also very important on the 12th, 19:23 p.m. That is on the 12th of Feb, and that's 12th of February. And this is the time when it's in the Ashlesha. So you have to be careful about your thought process also. Now it is going to be the culmination energy. Full moon is always the culmination energy, because you can see everything clearly. when the moon is full, but the light is derived from sun. So when moon is combust, it's new moon, and when moon is right opposite sun, it's going to be full. So that is why, you get all the clarity on this day. So you will be able to recognize where you're lacking. But Mercury is the ruler of Ashlesha, so you have to be careful about your thought process. Also, if it is forming a connection with your 8th house, this full moon in Ashlesha, you have any planet in the 8th house, then this becomes a little problematic phase, especially for the ones who are, 8th house for the Sagittarius natives. You have to be careful about your thought process. Coming to the ascendant or moon sign or the Dasha sign-wise predictions. Let me just write it over here. Ascendant sign, moon sign, and Dasha-wise. Until unless you check Dasha, you will not get to know. Dasha change, people change, as I always say. So if at all you don't check from Dasha, it's of no use, because you must have seen that your mindset changes whenever Dasha changes. So just check from that also. You can just put up your chart from any software and you will get Vimshatri Dasha and just see what Dasha you're in, irrespective of your Lagna moon sign. Just erect the chart of that Dasha sign lord. Suppose Mercury is in Libra, so make Libra your first house, and irrespective of your Lagna. That's how you should be checking. Now, for Aries natives first. So for Aries natives, moon is going to be transiting your 4th, 5th, 6th houses this week, and is going to be forming a connection with the there's a full moon energy also prevalent to start with in Cancer sign. So 4th house is about your mental peace. There can be that you're at home, you're enjoying your peace, your comforts, you're thinking about how you can be more careful about your health, how you can be more social, how you can be just planning your your home environment. Maybe you want to redecorate it or renovate it. All those energies are going to be there. Or maybe you're going to be very emotional this day. You're just sometimes very weak on emotions. You're just crying and you just want to be in that isolation zone. Maybe you've traveled, you're tired, you're at home, you want to work from home. So those energies are prevalent on the 10th to the 11th till the 12th. And we do have a full moon energy also in your 4th house. So this is the time when, we have to be careful about your mental setup also. You can lose your, you suffer, you feel that you're suffering, you're putting the effort, you're not getting the results. You fear the people who are around you. You're suspicious about those as well. Those energies are also quite likely and prevalent during this time period. And then moon moves into your 5th house. 5th house is the house of regal royal life. Actually, you want to be more into theatrical way of expressing yourself, your viewpoint. You draw attention of the people. You need that attention during this time. You can be very talented speaker, writer, actor, singer, you're creative, you're connecting with your children. Maybe your children are going to be doing well during this time. Maybe they're going to go to the overseas lands for education, studies. They're planning everything. This is the time when people are preparing for the examination. Children are preparing for their examinations, final examinations also. So this might be the time when you're connecting with your children for maybe taking their classes or something, teaching them. And this can be the time when you can be very romantically, that flair is there. And also there can be something related to your you're enjoying the best part of your life, entertaining yourself. So this might just be bringing about some travels, journeys, and this might just be that you have some expenditures also on this day. And moon being the ruler of your 4th house brings about too much of emotions any which ways to you whenever moon is in the Gandanta. So the full moon is in the Gandanta, Ashlesha Nakshatra. So you have to be careful about your mental setup. You might just be very emotional. At times you can be very aggressive also. And in the Leo sign, it is going to be opposite Saturn. So this might just bring about isolation in your relationship. You might just start a relationship, but it is going to be a very serious kind of a relationship. You're thinking about your growth, your finances also very seriously, but you're very creative during this time. Then moon moves into your 6th house on the 15th and the 16th. That's going to be in trine to 15th, 16th. It's going to be aspected by, Mars, in the 6th house of yours, and Jupiter. So you have to be careful about your litigation, loans, debts, disease. Maybe there are some mental, there's some kind of mental setup which is giving you some headaches or something, or digestive troubles also. But you should be taking care of your walks, routine life. You must, maybe you're overworked during this time. So you have to be taking care of your health as well. So follow that strict routine. Some discipline is required. You would be service oriented and helpful to others, and you can be very analytical also, organized also. Maybe you're planning your onward, how the upcoming week is going to be. So you're planning everything really well. And this is also the time for analytical introspection. You want to communicate things, situation with your coworkers. You want to discuss the future projects. So you are quite servitude during this time. Now, also we have Mercury and Sun, who are going to be changing signs. And for Aries, it is the 11th house. So this is a very positive time for anything to do with your documentation. And, if you want to get that authority, you want to connect with the government officials, you want to get your job done. Saturn Sun combination is very good for the politicians and the ones who are into making, those kinds of agreements and all. Mercury is also going to be there, but Mercury is combust, so there can be some networking issues also. Maybe some misunderstandings happen. Avoid conflicts when you're leading to some, group activities and all. Or maybe, you have to be very patient with your financial matters. Just go slow. Do not just get carried away and make decisions, in haste. It might just be the time when, if you're suffering with your the health issues, you're going to be actually coming out of that as well, because Mercury is your 6th lord. From 6th to the 6th, this Mercury is going to be transiting. So this is definitely a very positive week for all of that, but you have to be very careful when Mercury is combust. Mercury is going to be getting, it's going to be rising only after the 22nd of February. And we do have a full moon also in the Kendra. So this is a mixed bag for you regards to your mental peace, mental setup. But on the worldly plane, this is going to be very positive for you. So financially, you have to be making decisions very wisely. And Jupiter is direct now, which is going to be giving you very good results. Your Bhagya Lord is direct. So definitely some travels coming your way, which are going to be giving you some insights also, some growth prospects also opening for you, some avenues opening for you as regards to your job front. So very, I would say more on the positive side. If they are not, I always tell you, it is not positive in these areas. So please take it with a pinch of salt. Coming to the next one, that is Taurus. So for Taurus natives, this week moon is going to be transiting your 3rd, 4th, 5th houses. And we have Mercury and Sun also changing signs. So when Mercury is in the when moon is transiting your 3rd house, this is the time when you're going to be very communicative about your ideas, because the 3rd house is the actually, ownership of moon also. So moon exalts in your 1st house. So definitely this is a very positive time period, for taking care of your communication, putting your ideas forward, and, any kind of, documentation, etc. if you want to go for. So this is a very positive time. You know bits and pieces of everything. You don't have to feel that, you can't do it. You have that kind of energy to think and be more communicative and skillful, and maybe into writing, acting, skills enhancement. You're going to be in that zone. Maybe there is some activity which is happening, at the workplace. So you're going to be taking good care of all of those, and you're going to be really excelling in those areas as well. Yeah, I hope I'm audible. Okay, so you should seek your partner who adds new perspective to your life. This is a good time period for the ones who are looking for any kind of change, travels, journeys on cards. And this is also the time to communicate your mind with others. You can, maybe, you seek a partner who adds new perspective to your life during this time period, because it's trying to your 7th, and Rahu is also there. So maybe a foreign partner relationship, or with your siblings and all, you're going to be communicating about or discussing about some future prospects regards to inheritance and all also. This is also the good time period for selling of the property. You will be making some good chunk of money due to that also. And we do have moon transiting through your fourth house. Fourth house is the house of that person, who wants to be at home, homey, maybe you're working from home. You just want to, be at home in the warm kind of an atmosphere. You want to just take care of your family matters. Fourth house, actually, generally, it's not considered to be good. 4, 8, 12, these are not considered to be good for moons in grass, because, there are some digestive issues, or there are some mental issues that the piece is missing. Maybe there is some leakage in the house and you have to be, on the toes, and you have to get it repaired and rectified. So all those worries are there as well. So that kind of a thing. But it's good for learning more, relaxing also, if you want to, depending on your personal chart. Of course, as I said, if it is forming, the nakshatra is forming the connection with the 8th house, then definitely it is not going to be that favorable for you. But people do feel a little uneasy, or they're thinking about their past, their childhood, oh, I wasted so much time, I wasted so much of money, you're thinking all that, why did I break this relationship, why I sold the property for such a low price. So all those thought process, maybe, something similar to that might just be running into your head, and that might just create some uneasiness to you. So you need to be very strong during this time period, especially on the 13th and the 14th. 15th and the 16th moon is going to be in your 5th house, and this is the Ketu energy prevalent here. So this might just be the time period when you are not connected with your partner. You're just having some kind of issues to deal with your children also. Maybe children are not communicating enough with you, so you're feeling very detached to yourself, and you're feeling very uneasy that why my children are not interactive, or maybe you're yourself very much into that isolation zone, or with your partner, with your ex-partner, you're having some kind of issues that you're dealing with. Your mind could be at less at peace, during this week. It's such a transit that, it is back to back going to be giving you that kind of a miss in your romantic life, especially. You could get carried away in the worldly pleasures and the sexual pleasures even more. And Ketu energy is like, it's giving you that nirvana kind of an annihilation kind of a feeling also. And that is one way to annihilate, or to not annihilate, but, you feel very much at peace when you are having the physical satisfaction. So you might just have a physical relationship with your partner also. And we do have Mercury and Sun transiting through your 10th house, which is definitely very positive for you. It is going to be enhancing your relationship with your bosses and seniors and the government officials. If at all there is some stuck up energy that you have been experiencing at the workplace, now you will get that authority, promotion. If you're looking at Mercury is Combust till the 22nd of Feb. So this is the time period since 20th of Jan. This is a little blocked energy. Paperwork is delayed. You're not able to make right kind of decisions as regards to your your finances and your education, higher studies and all. You have not been able to, but now it might just be the time when you will be, in that interactive zone, but there can be that people misinterpret you. So you have to be very cautious about your communication also. Stay professional. Don't get involved in any kind of gossip or anything to do with, too much of backbiting or something, So, and be careful whenever you're shooting an email, you're writing an email, be cautious about your words and, what you want to convey, be professional. This is something you have to be cautious about, and worship Lord Ganesha. He'll definitely take you out of the misery or the pain that you're going through. All right. So this is one. And also, your Mars is your 7th Lord and is in the 8th house away from itself. So this is the time when you have to take care of your relationship this week. There can be some unnecessary arguments, unnecessary expenditures, which can cause a little bit of unnecessary pain in your life. So you need to weed away all those negative energies during this time if you want that kind of peace. So Venus is definitely in a good space. Jupiter is in a good place. So overall, a good picture, but take care of your health and mental health also. Can be a little anxious week to start with. Coming to the next one, that is Gemini. For Gemini natives, this week moon is going to be transiting your 2nd, 3rd, 4th houses. 10th to 12th, moon is going to be in your 2nd house. And this is the house of family, food, finance. Maybe, you eat out and you feel a little uneasy because of that. It could be that you're meeting your childhood friends and you're just discussing some past, connectivity with them. Income, family, comforts, they all, you do feel a little bit of a miss when moon is in the second house. But, this is the time when you will be more sentimental about your possessions. You're discussing finance, how you can be better off, how you can increase those financial security. You want to, you're looking for that. Being financially secure would be an important thing for you. You fear that, there are some debts and loans that you've taken. You're just working through that also. Second house is also the 8th from the 7th. So you need to take care of your emotional well-being or your partner's emotional well-being, because without any reason, your body can get tired, your partner can get tired, or maybe there are some, issues that you have to deal with emotionally. Eyesight, you have to take care. Dental issues, you have to take care when moon is in your second house on the 10th and the 10th to the 12th, and it's right opposite Sun and Mercury. Also from the 8th house, and there is a Ashlesha full moon on the 12th. So you need to take care of your mental setup any which ways. Be careful with your words, be careful with your speech, and do not try not to eat outside food. It might just give you some health issues here and there. Okay, then moon is going to be in your third house, and that's happening on the 13th and the 14th. In the third house, moon does well. These are the time. This is the time period when you are discussing ideas with your bosses and seniors. You're on the lookout of new things, new job, or maybe you're going to be very skillful. You're going to be communicating with others, and this is also a good time to connect with your siblings. Discussing finances is a good idea. Also, this is the time when you can get little offbeat in your routine, and you're just you're digressing, and you're diversifying also. Maybe you're going to be discussing your finances, inheritance also during this time period. And in the Leo sign, it is going to be right opposite Saturn. Saturn is your 8th lord also. So you need to take care of your health. Maybe there is something to do with, your knee pain or something, you have pain in the legs or something, or backbone, shoulders, maybe, you have to take care of your pains. You're overworked maybe, and you need to relax. 13th, 14th could be a little stressful day. Maybe you're overworked, you're traveling. Then moon is going to be in your 4th house on the 15th, and the 16th is going to be in Rahu Ketu axis with Ketu, and is right opposite Venus also, and is going to be in trine to Jupiter and Mars. Mars is also looking here. So this is like two aspects of Jupiter and Mars. So this is a very good time period if you want to decide about your property related or real estate related matters. See, moon in the 4th house makes you, and Ketu top it all, it's already there. It is actually hampering your peace, your growth. You're thinking too much of negative things right now. And this is also the time, you feel that, that powerish, you feel that money is just going out, it's flowing out. So you have that, that I'm putting so much effort, I'm getting money, but where's the money going? So that kind of a feeling is giving you that, insecurity. So it gives you that uneasiness. But yeah, it may be that, you're getting your house renovated, or you're making something, and then, the people who are doing it is getting indefinitely delayed or something. So you're feeling very uneasy because of that also. Mother's health maybe is not good during this time, so you need to be taking care of that. Your relationship, is suffering with your own family members. You're in isolation zone with Ketu also there. You're very depressive, you're very isolated, but at the same time, you're just thinking about your self-introspective also. How I can be a better human being, how I can help others. Or maybe your family requires attention, somebody's not well, you're looking after someone. So that kind of a thing. But remember, Sun and Mercury are leaving signs, and they're going to be in your 9th house from the 8th. So definitely this month has been a little tough. Now it is going to get better from the 11th of February. So 11th Feb to 27th Feb, Mercury is going to be in your 9th house, and 12th Feb to 14th May. So Lagnesh was in the 8th house. So you were feeling, things were not moving in your direction. But remember, it is minus plus situation, because Lagnesh is Combust since 20th of January. So it has not given you any negative results as regards to your own personality, your own looks, your own home front, your family wise. So in case you have been dealing with some paperwork, education, travels, etc. So you will definitely be coming out of it also very soon once Mercury leaves the 8th house. So this is this has brought about delays, because it was Asangata and it is going to be Astangata and in the 8th house also till the 22nd of Feb and comes out from the 11th of Feb onwards. So things are going to get better as regards to your travels, confusion of higher studies and all. And also, in relation to your mentors and gurus, it's going to be giving you some clarity there as well. Traveling is definitely on cards. Sun is going to be also leaving the zone and going to be in your 9th house, which is better. Again, better for your your confidence. You're going to be gaining that kind of energy from the workplace, or maybe you're going to be pretty much in that authoritative position. Maybe at the workplace people will recognize you, people will honor you, and you're going to be discussing bigger pictures, bigger things, philosophy, religion, legal matters. All those are going to be discussed and you'll be coming to some conclusion very soon. Long distance travels are on cards, so maybe you're going to be meeting the guru in the overseas place or somewhere else, or maybe you're going to be taking a pilgrimage. Mahakumbh is on, so if you want to, you can definitely go ahead with it. This is a very, very beautiful time period for you guys if you want to go in for all those kinds of trips or a vacation or something. Okay, so you do have a Jupiter in your 12th house, which is direct. Now things are getting better, expenditures are being controlled and checked. Mars is in your Lagna. This is the time when you have to keep a constant check on your mental setup. Maybe siblings are suffering because it's retrograde also. So Mars is the Karaka, is the significator for siblings, for husband. So you need to take care of their health, mental setup. They are just struggling a lot. So you need to be supportive of them. All right. Coming to the next one, that is Cancer. So for Cancer natives, this transit of this week, Moon is going to be transiting your first, second, third houses. And this is the time period when the Lagnesh is going to be in the first house and the cycle is beginning now. So 10 to the 12th, Moon is going to be in your first house and is going to be right opposite Sun, Mercury, aspected by Rahu and in trine to Venus also. So this is the time period when you will be, thinking about yourself, your growth, your confidence level is increasing. You're very emotional also. And this is the time when you have mood swings as well. Full moon is there in your first house in Ashlesha. You need to take care of your mental setup. It can be that you're thinking of all the negative things during this time period. And then you realize, no, I need to make decisions practically rather than being too emotional. Your mother will have a lot of influence in your during this week. Maybe you discuss things with her. If at all you are experiencing some isolating energy or away or distant energy from your mother. So now is the time period that you will start the conversation and you're discussing your future plans also with your family members. With your partner, maybe, your partner is very authoritative and it is giving you some troubles here and there. Sun is going to be in your 8th house. I will be coming to that in a bit. Now, Moon is going to be in your second house, 13th and the 14th. It's going to be in the Leo sign. So this is the time period which makes you get involved emotionally with your family. You're discussing your finances, you're planning your budget. And Lagnesh in the second house means that you're too concerned about your family matters. Maybe you're going to be eating out a lot, so you can have some stomach-related problems, digestive issues. You would be sentimental about your possessions. Being financially secure could be an important thing for you. It might just bring a fear of debt also. Maybe some debt, disease in the family, is giving you a lot of trouble. Mercury and Sun are also definitely going to be in the 8th house. Not that great for you. This month is little precarious for Cancer natives. You have to be careful about your health and your father's health, and Mercury is also going to be in the 8th house. And this brings in some challenges in the hidden information. So maybe, you're going to be trying to understand what exactly is coming your way regards to your investments, taxes. You have to save money during this time, and your health. You have to work on your health because it is giving you some highs and lows during this week. And then Moon moves into your 3rd house, and that's happening on the 15th and the 16th. And 3rd house is the house where Moon is not bad, but Ketu is there. So there are some ideas which are going to be, coming into your head, and you're going to be thinking and planning, and you're being analytical how to go about it, how things can be better off. You're going to be into communication, writing, speaking, acting. All that naturally is coming into you, and you're going to be using that Also, connecting with your siblings might be a little difficult. There is a break or there is a link that you want to form now. So you need to be careful about your relationship with your siblings. It's definitely on tenterhooks, because Ketu is there in your third house. You need to really take care of your relationship with them. Maybe they are not healthy because Saturn is also in the 8th house. Older siblings is Saturn and younger is Mars. And Mars is a significator for the third house also. Siblings. So you need to take care of your relationship with your siblings also. You need to work on if you don't have siblings, it's about your friends, it's about the circle, the core circle that you move around in. Maybe your partner in your relationship, with your the one who you're dating. So all those energies are prevalent during this week, and you need to take care of your health any which ways, because Mercury and Sun are going to be in your 8th house. Mercury doesn't get the dosha of being in the 8th, being the ruler of your third, and Trishadai in the 8th house with Sun, Saturn. So definitely it is beaten up by the two malefics. So it is not bad for visa, PR, travels, new job, discussing some proposals with your partner, business partner, or maybe there is some job change also that you're discussing. You're discussing your family, your salary package also. And Jupiter is in the 11th house direct, so it's definitely very positive for the ones who are looking for growth, savings, etc. And Venus and Jupiter are forming an exchange, so your bhagya is by your side. So in case you're having some issues to deal with, so and you feel that things are not moving, there is no help coming in, you feel very low and lonely, don't worry. There is definitely the divine by your side, because there's a Jupiter and Venus exchange also. So help will come towards the end for sure. The moment you will say, like Draupadi said, the moment why Krishna is not going inside to save her, he says, she didn't call me. So the moment she surrendered and said, Krishna, my Sakha, please come and save me, he came, he appeared. So you need to surrender completely, and then the grace will definitely come. And he will come to protect you and save you. Okay? Don't think that he's not around. He is. Coming to the next one, that is Leo, sorry. Sorry about that. Leo. So for Leo natives, this moon is going to be in your 12th or second houses this week. And there's a full moon happening in your 12th house in Ashlesha. You have Mercury and Sun transiting through your 7th house. So there's lots of energy prevalent. In the on the 10th and the 11th and the 12th, moon is going to be in your 12th house. So whenever moon is in the 12th house, the cycle is coming to an end. You're very, very imaginative. You're contemplative. You're thinking about how you can, gravitate between the other realms of, you're gravitating that way, how you can balance things, balance the energies. Maybe your mind is just running here and there. You're very creative. It's said that, when your moon is in the 12th house, the cycle comes to an end. It's like, you are contemplative of how the whole month was. Also, you're very creative, you're spiritually inclined, mystically very inclined, and you're thinking about journaling, when you're too much, you're feeling low and out, you should write. And it's said that when moon is in the 12th house, you're very poetic, you're very imaginative, you're very creative, you're very psychic, intuitive abilities increase exponentially. Everybody goes through this. Everyone experiences these energies. So for Leo natives, you can be very much towards poetic, or you can be writing something and you come up with some real good energies during this time, and is definitely going to be making you naturally spiritual. So you might just practice something like that. And then moon moves into your first house on the 13th and the 14th, right opposite Saturn. So this is the time when the cycle begins. So you're thinking about growth, thinking about your how you can help others, how you can be self-introspective, how your mood is with others. You need to be really working on your mental setup, because here you are going to be reactive. You're going to be reactive to your surroundings. Good, bad, ugly depends on your personal chart, of course. Maybe you're very fiery, maybe you're very emotional, maybe you're very communicative, or maybe you're very much to yourself. Moon is a very it waxes and wanes. So moon cannot be the same. Mood cannot be the same. You have mood swings when moon is in the first house. You would make decisions based on emotions rather than logic when moon is in the first house. Your mother will have a a greater influence right now, so maybe you take her advice, maybe connect with her. Also, moon is going to be in your second house on the second house with Ketu on the 15th and the 16th. And then we have Sun and Mercury in trine, because they're going to be in your seventh house. They're going to be not in trine, sorry, they're going to be they're forming a 6-8 relationship. Okay, not to forget that. And Saturn too. So this is a very precarious time, I would say. Be careful about your finances. You're emotionally connected to your family, but you're thinking about how you can work on your finances. You're too worried about your loans and debts, and maybe somebody's unwell in the family, so you're thinking about that. And also it's about your speech. Maybe you're pretty much piercing, you can hurt someone during this time, or maybe you have some dental issues to deal with and you're just visiting the doctor. You can have some complications in your relationship on this day. You can just fight with your partner unnecessarily, and then you lose temper and then you regret. So that's something you need to be careful about and you need to work on, rather than just getting carried away and making wrong kind of remarks and sarcastic remarks that can create some issues. Also, expenditures on gadgets, etc. You might just purchase something and then you will regret, why did I waste so much money? That kind of a feeling will also be there. Venus and Jupiter have formed an exchange, parivartana. So 8th house lord is in the 8th and Venus is the 10th lord in the 10th. So this is good for profession, career, etc. But this is not that great for mental setup. You can be confused what to do, what not to. You're looking at the bigger picture in a very illusioned way. You don't know what to do, how is the future going to unfold. So you're very confused about your mental setup, during this time. But for sure, Mercury, when is combust in the 7th house for Leo natives. So you need to be very careful about your partnership, businesses and all. You may face some misunderstandings during this time, can be very impulsively, you're going to be making decisions, but it's good for the ones who are doing individual jobs, self-employed, or they are, at the authoritative positions. But still, you need to be till the 22nd Feb when Mercury is combust, and it is going to be exactly at the same degrees also, and is going to be, in right opposite moon, where the full moon is also happening. So you need to take care of your, mental setup. Do not get carried away in investments, travels, education wise, communication wise. Your business acumen, gets hampered here. So you need to take care of all of that. But yes, to start with, it is going to be your 12th house energy, so you can be poetic. So that is something which is positive for you. And the exchange between Venus and Jupiter is also very positive as regards to your job is concerned. In case you're thinking of a job change, etc. So this might just be the time period you will be going in for that job change also. Some accolades at the workplace might just be coming your way, and you will feel a little better also with Jupiter getting direct. All right. So coming to the next one, that is Virgo. So for Virgo natives, this week moon is going to be transiting your 11th, 12th, 1st houses, and there is a Mercury and Sun conjunction Saturn in the 6th house. We have Venus and Jupiter forming an exchange. Mars is retrograde, looking at the 1st house. Ketu's there. First and foremost, drive safely. Be careful while driving this week. Also, you can be very ambitious, with moon in the 11th house. So on the 10th to the 12th, it's going to be right opposite Saturn, right opposite Sun. Also, 11th, Mercury leaves the zone. Lagnesh is going to be in the 6th house, though it's good for you. And this is also going to be making you connect with a large network this week. And you're going to be making a good chunk of money also in your investments, etc. So connect with those people who are going to be uplifting you, your friend circle, the community that you move around in. In the large groups, you will do well. Maybe, you're going to be socializing this day. Maybe you're connecting with your friends, or maybe you meet or date a partner during this time also. Oh, I forgot, 14th February is any which ways, the time when you have the Valentine's Day. So people are going to be, in that mood also, in that mode to propose and all. So you can do it, especially on the 12th or 13th, you can do it if you want to. If you can't do it on the 14th, maybe there's a rejection, if you do it on the 14th. So moon is going to be in your 12th house on the 13th and the 14th. It's going to be right opposite Saturn. So this is the time when, you are actually, in that isolation zone. The cycle has come to an end. Moon in the 12th house will give you the, that kind of inclination to write, paint. Maybe you're preparing for a presentation, you're very creative, you're a poet yourself, you're writing a poetry, or you're writing a book or something. So you're in that isolation zone and you're very imaginative and creative. So that is something which is good. Maybe you're enjoying your with your partner, the physical relationship, and it's really amazing. So that kind of an energy is also quite likely. It's the house of bed pleasures also. Maybe somebody is in the hospital, you're looking up, and just taking care. Also some expenditures on rise on this day, because this is the house of loss, not loss but expenses basically. And then lastly, moon is going to be in your first house in the sixth sign, and that's happening on the 15th to the 16th. Now, first house energy is when Ketu is there, Mars is looking here, Venus is looking here, Jupiter is in trine. So these are the energies when, you have to be very careful about your thought process. Driving, as I said, you have to be cautious. Maybe you're overthinking. With moon and Ketu combination, people overthink. It's good for the research mindset. If you are into astrology, you're into occult sciences, this is a good combination. You're over analytical with the Virgo sign active, but at the same time, you can be self-critical. Oh, I like this. I'm not too good for my partner. My partner is not too happy with me, and all that you're thinking about. The negative energies, you're thinking too much about that. Have a baby, and you have to look after yourself and the baby also. You might just have some chances to learn shastras and maybe some kind of a mantra siddhi, etc. during this time. And this is also good for the ones who are looking for the guru. They will get the kind of teacher or the guru they are looking for. Also, this is the time when Mercury and Sun are going to be in your sixth house. Mercury is really good in the sixth house because it's an exalted place for him, and Saturn is there. Sun does well there. So any health issues, it's a Dhanvantri. So you will be able to overcome the disease, deaths, loans. But also Mercury, being the ruler of your Lagna and the 10th, is Combust. So when it is going to be in the closest degrees to Sun, this is the time when there can be some miscommunications at the workplace. You are not too happy with your own self, and you can have some concerns regards to your nervous tensions also, or legal delays. There can be some legal battle that you have to deal with. Also, stay organized, double check your emails and reports that you're preparing, and maintain a healthy routine, work out, and look after your health also. It's just not that you will be healthy without doing anything. You have to put effort, right? Bhagya is by your side in case you have to marry a girl, or you're looking or dating someone. So a foreigner would be a good choice for you. Okay, but marriage would be through the tradition and culture only. Okay, nothing else. Yeah. Coming to the next one, that is Libra. Okay, so for Libra natives, this week moon is going to be transiting your 10th, 11th, and 10th, 11th, and 12th houses. So when moon is in the 10th, in your 10th house, now this is the time when you will be, it represents your career mindset. So you're going to be having lots on your plate. Maybe you have a lot of meetings, many meetings, and you have lots to finish and catch up. Also, you can be very attached to people at the workplace, emotional about your boss, your co-workers, or maybe you would have authority at home. You're becoming too dominant because Sun is there, at least on the 10th, 11th, 12th. And this is the time you need a guidance, a proper guidance. So you need to connect with your family members also. Maybe, your co-workers are going to be guiding you in case you're stuck somewhere. And this is also the time when your efforts will be paid off. You might just learn some mantra or shastras, or you can be going in for some religious retreat, or you're going to be visiting you're going to be getting very spiritually inclined, and you want your desires fulfillment also at the workplace. So you will maybe get the kind of promotion or the kind of upliftment that you're waiting for at the workplace. You will get it. Or maybe you're going to be connecting with your seniors and bosses and discussing your pay package also. And this is also a good time period if you are traveling overseas as well. Your general health will be improved during this time. Then moon moves into your 11th house. This is the time when you're going to be connecting with your friends, your the people you're just connected with. This is a very good time period with the society group that you want to, or the network group that you are attached to. You might just be working through your finances during this time. Also, there is a possibility of travels, joining a new course. You are going to be feeling very happy about the situation. You're going to be maybe connecting with your subordinates and solving the issues, or the house help, some attendant house helps you need. So you will get the attention from them as well. But your friendship with the person from outside circle can also enhance. Then moon moves into your 12th house, and this is the time when, on the 15th and 16th, when Ketu energy is also there in the 12th house. So you are going to be very imaginative. You're going to be very intuitive during this time, and spiritually inclined. Mystical sciences, you're going to be inclined to do and learn as well. And this is a good time period to connect with your mom in case you are in the overseas lands. See, Ketu in the 12th house is not good for the people who are in the foreign lands. It's not a very favorable time period for the ones who are actually, working very hard there, and they are not getting the dues, the kind of dues they should. Also not good for health purpose if you are in the overseas places, of course. But yes, Jupiter is looking at your 12th house, so this is a big time saving grace from the 8th house, but you're focused on too much about the negatives. So you need to dwell on the positives if you want positives to happen in your life. And also relationship can trigger this week with Venus and Jupiter forming an exchange. This is a good time period because the Lagnesh is going to be in the 8th house, good for the ones who are looking for some artistic bent of mind, research oriented mindset. Good for student natives, if at all you want to go to some overseas places for your education, higher learning, higher studies also. Take care of your expenses. Maybe you're going to be spending too much while doing the charity, you're getting overboard. So you need to draw a line there. Also, Mars is forming a connection with Ketu. So this might just be the time when you might just learn more about spirituality. You have that focus because Mars is retrograde also, not to forget your 7th lord is retrograde. So this might just be that you get a partner from the opposite place, or while traveling, you learn more during this time. Your guru only can be the one who can teach you the right path. Also, Mercury is going to be Astangata, is going to be Combust in your 5th house, and there is a Sun and Saturn energy also in the 5th house. So this might just bring about some mental confusion, creative blocks, or maybe misunderstanding in the romantic relationship, coldness in relationship, or it could be that you're not able to be mindful about your investments also. You need to take the advice of the experts. Practice mindfulness to reduce stress. During this time, you can avoid making major financial and love related decisions, and you're good to go. Okay. And I think overall, you need to, because there's no graha in the Kendra, so you need to take care of your mental setup. Coming to the next one, that is Scorpio. Okay, for Scorpio natives, moon is going to be in your 9th, 10th, and 11th houses this week. So moon in the 9th house is going to be opposite Sun and Mercury, and there is a Ashlesha full moon also happening in your 9th house. So 9th house is the house of higher learning. So now the mind opens up, actually, it's a broader perspective that you're looking at. Now you are in that philosophical mindset. You're connecting with the different cultures. Maybe you're learning new language, you're traveling overseas, you're meeting a guru from the overseas or online. You are more inclined towards taking or grasping the energies from your mother to learn more. She's trying to help you out. Also, this is the moon in Ashlesha. Suppose you have a Mercury in the 8th house, as it is Mercury is the ruler of your 8th house. So this might just bring about some health issues during the full moon time. So maintain your peace, be more, calmer during this time. Put little extra effort there, because, it is the 8th house, Lord's nakshatra, where full moon is happening, and it's in the Gandanta also, not to forget. So when it is in Gandanta, you are confused about what to do in the future. People are not supportive of you. You're not getting that kind of advice at times, so you feel a little uneasy. But for sure, this is a very good time to learn more about different cultures, people, and you will be driven by you'll be driven by charity also during this time. Maybe you're going to be experiencing what life has to offer to you, and you're going to be thinking and dealing with all those thought process as well. How I can give back and how I can get back, also what I'm looking for. Then moon moves into your 10th house on the 13th and the 14th. It's going to be right opposite Saturn. 10th house energy is good for you. You're going to be very career oriented, hardworking, lots on plate. You have meetings back to back, or there is some focus, on your, some co-workers. You're just trying to deal with them, or you're just trying to help them, or they are going to be very emotionally attached to you, you to them. There's an emotional bond which develops at the place of work. You're traveling to a religious place during this time, maybe, and also then lastly, moon is going to be in your 11th house, and there is a Ketu waiting there, and there is a aspect of Mars and Jupiter also, not to forget, from the 8th and 7th houses. So now this actually brings about a mixed bag. Good for relationship, good for reconciliation with your friends and siblings, and also mentally and financially you're feeling very rich and very well equipped and well to do. But at the same time, the groups that you move around in, you're just coming out of, there's a break in the relationship here with the Ketu energy and Mars energy prevalent here. It's like making you self-critical also, or maybe I'm lacking something, that is why this relationship is breaking. So that is something you need to be working on. And mother's health also, because it's the 8th from the 4th house. Ketu is transiting. So you need to take care of your mother's health. You need to take care of your relationship with your friends. Maybe you will be expanding your network, and maybe some new people, new friends come into your life. Good for relationship, good for getting married, and good for forming a romantic relationship also. This is something which is good, and your mother is definitely going to be playing a very important role this week in regards to whatever decision you have to make. Also, we have a Sun and a Mercury conjunction with Saturn in your 4th house. And 4th house can bring about some domestic disputes. It can be that there is some electric equipment's malfunction happens, and you have to just spend some time getting them repaired. Your laptop, your phone, your maybe mixer grinder or something breaks down, and you have to spend time getting it repaired. Or you're just wasting time doing things which you really didn't plan. There's a leakage in the house and you have to plug it. For example, there's some miscommunication with your parents, with your family members. Be patient in the family discussions. Avoid making real estate or vehicle related purchases also during this time, because Sun is losing the Digbal and Mercury is combust. Mercury is combust since 20th of Jan till the 22nd of February. Mercury is combust. So Mercury is also the nakshatra lord where the full moon is taking place. So you need to be careful about your communication any which ways, because it might just give you some miscommunication and misunderstandings even more with people, or maybe signing off agreement or document just backfires, or there is something which is not complete and your application is rejected for whatever you're doing. Okay, so that is something you have to be cautioned about. Good thing is that your partner is going to be helping you. Other people are going to be helping you. If you are in a business, it's a good time period to make money out of money also. There can be that your children are going to be supportive of you, or you yourself are a student native, and this is going to be the time when you have to pick and choose the subjects, etc. Just take it easy. I would say that do not get carried away or make decision in haste. You're a student yourself, so it's okay. You don't have to worry so much about it. Just flow with the flow. We never used to take any guidance, when we were students. So why worry about it? Focus on what you're doing right now. All right. And I think that's for it. Coming to the next one, that's about it. And now we are on Sagittarius. So for Sagittarius natives, this week, moon is going to be transiting your 8th, 9th, and 10th houses. See, 8th house transit, you must check if you have a nakshatra in the 8th house, planet in the 8th house already, and moon is going to be transiting over that. So that brings about or aggravates the issue even more. You can be very research mindset with a research mindset, this is a good for that, but it is going to give you some sudden events, some hidden information might be coming into limelight during this time, and you might just be going through some emotional upheavals, up, down, and mood swings happen, and you cannot stand by the person even who's requiring your your attention or your support. You're not by that person's side. You're inclined to the work or healthcare industry. If you are into social work or occult sciences, then this is a good time period for the research mindset. So that way it is good. But to start with, on the 10th, 11th, 12th, you need to be very careful about your mental setup, because you can lose it and then you regret that, why did I say it to someone? Because it's a Chandrashtama as it is. Take care of your cough, cold. Maybe you have some disease related to your digestion during this time. Litigation may not be that favorable for you. The result that you're waiting for, the verdict that you're waiting for, though Jupiter is there in the 6th house, but it gives you bigger enemies also. Okay, so this is not the day when you can initiate, or if you're waiting for the verdict on the 15th and the 16th, for especially on the 10th and the 12th, 10th, 11th, 12th. It might just not be in your favor, and you really feel a little uneasy because of that. Then wisdom prevails. 13th, 14th, you get to know about the situation. You accept the situation if you have been going through something. So this is going to give you some self-confidence. This is a good time period to conceive. This might just take you to the temples or some spiritual centers or spiritual places. You do feel that, now is the time that I have to spend some traveling, or time on traveling and learning more. Also, philosophical mindset, people are understanding you. You are going to be getting those accolades at the workplace. Also, change of job is quite likely. Some different cultures you'll be following, some different language you'll be learning as well during this time. Then moon is conjunct Ketu. There can be some argument at the workplace, and that can lead to a loss of job also. Be careful. As it is, Mars is looking, Ketu is looking. So this looks really, quite a volatile energy playing out in your 10th house. So you need to be careful. Do not get overly attached with someone, or just break, or, that relationship that you have had from a long, long time abruptly. That is something which Ketu does, abrupt ending. You can be career oriented, you can be hardworking, you maybe, at the home front, you're more obsessed, or you have to spend more time at the home front. Somebody needs your attention or requires your presence. So there can be that there is some emotional bondage with your co-workers also in between, but don't get carried away. Ketu energy says, take it easy, take it low, take it light also. Okay. And this will definitely be giving you that inclination towards learning shastras, mantras, psychology, or maybe, some occult sciences like astrology also. You can be in that direction where you are going to be spontaneously rise also with the 10th house energy. This is the time when you will be getting that kind of respect that you have been waiting for, or the due or the accolades that you deserved. Also, Mercury and Sun are forming a connection with Saturn this week, and Mercury is Combust. Sun is doing well here in the 3rd house from 12th Feb to the 14th of March. Definitely very positive time period. Bhagya is with by your side. You're going to be traveling, you're going to be learning, you're going to be authoritative, you're going to be doing things together as a team also. And there are some presentations or some lecture that you're preparing for, and it's going to be definitely a successful one. But just make sure that Mercury and Sun are going to be at the exact degrees during this time, when Moon is going to be in the Leo sign, and that's happening on the 13th and the 14th. Now there is also Mercury's about travels, interpretation, or of messages, maybe your gadgets, etc. Also, we see from here your sibling related conflicts can happen with the 3rd house energy. There can be that you are going to be very impulsive during this time, or maybe there are some travel disruptions that you have to go through also. Sibling related conflicts you have to deal with, and you have to be composed also on the especially on the time when this is going to be Mercury and Sun conjunction in the Aquarius sign with Saturn also there. Saturn is your second and the third lord, so you need to take care of your discussions. They can get very serious or bored also. There can be some boredom also that you can experience with this energy. Also, there is a good time period to have that connection and bondage with your father or father-like figures also this week. Okay, Jupiter and Venus are forming an exchange, and this is a time when you will purchase some vehicle or you will buy some property also, if at all you have been waiting for that. I know this is something which can bother you also, so that's okay. Coming to the next one, that is Capricorn. Because my father is not well, so I'm a little tired also today. It drains, when you can't see your parents, like this. My mom passed away in 2019, and it was really tough for us. And I wish and pray that, my dad is well. Coming to Capricorn, sorry about this personal talk. So coming to the Capricorn, 1 second, let me see the chat also, because I've not gone through the chat. I hope you all can hear me clear. Okay, thank you so much. So coming to Capricorn, let me just erase it and write again, because, there was a long gap. So I'll just write it from now. It is starting. So for Capricorn, okay. So for Capricorn natives, Moon is going to be transiting your 7th, 8th, and 9th houses this week. And Moon in the 7th house makes your partner very emotional or very moody, because, it's a 7th house energy which is going to be playing out. You're going to be either giving that kind of emotional support, or you require yourself that emotional support. As it is, Moon is going to be in Gandanta, and there is a full moon in the Ashlesha also. So there will be a lot of energy, in the mind, where you are, having clashes. It's a poisonous energy, basically. You feel that, you're not having that kind of conversation right now, which is cordial or which is very calm. So you can have that kind of miscommunication. Also, you can feel that, there is a problem in the business relationships also, in your business partnership also. There can be some lack of harmony during this time, but you can put a little extra effort and you're good to go from 10th to the 12th. You can definitely change these energies. Don't have any kind of ego clashes. Just lie low. Do not break the relationship abruptly, thinking that this is the end, because this might just bring about that kind of energy even more with Moon in the 7th house. You might just feel that, what am I doing in this relationship? Let's just split. But this is also going to give you travels. Maybe you're going to be traveling. It might just give you some comforts. You might just connect with the VIPs. You might just be connecting with some government related officials or buying some ornaments, etc. also. But at the same time, you're very moody. Your partner is very moody also. Moon is going to be in your 8th house, and that's happening on the 13th and the 14th. It's going to be right opposite Saturn, Mercury, and Sun. Okay. Now, all the grahas are in your 2nd house, shifting from the 1st. So one by one, they all will be moving into your 3rd, and there will be a grand conjunction also happening there. I'll have to make that video as well. Now, here in the 2nd house, this is the time when you have, you in the 8th house, because there are grahas in the 2nd. So 8th house energy means that there can be some loss because of your own thought process. You can suffer some kind of mental issue, or too emotional about thinking what the others are doing. You're comparing, you have that fear factor also. You might just be thinking ill about someone also during this time. So that is something you need to be very careful about. Don't compare yourself with others. There can be that you are driving and you're not driving it correctly, or you have to pay some ticket. You get the ticket and you have to pay the fine, that kind of a thing. Don't get carried away during this time, in your emotions, because this is the time when you can be self-critical also with the 8th house energy. 8th house is sudden loss, sudden gains, sudden events. You would be research-oriented mindset, will have research-oriented mindset. You can have some profound understanding of the world during this time. You might just be too moody, or there are emotional upheavals, up, down. You don't trust people easily during this time. So it's better that you don't make decisions also based on that, okay, give it some time. Maybe you're not making a right kind of decision. It's good for the healthcare industry if you're a nurturer, you're a carer, or you are a occultist yourself. So this way it is good. There can be some stress while traveling during this time. So avoid. 13th, 14th is not a good day, not a good day for you. In the 9th house, this moon is going to be from the 15th to the 16th. That is the Virgo sign. And there is a Ketu waiting here. And right in trine, we have a Jupiter and we have a Mars also looking this place. So the 9th house is the house of religion, is a house of higher learning. So you might just upskill yourself. You might just read books during this time. Maybe, you're exposed to different cultures. Maybe you're traveling, you meet people. You would not be driven by money or anything material, but you're more towards the experience of life. You want to incline yourself to learn more, actually, how I can be much better, how I can be connecting with a coach, a guru, where I can learn more. So you're more towards the inner you, introspection time, and you want to learn more. You want to imbibe all those energies right now. So you're to learning, as we say, it's like looking at the bigger picture during this time. And this is also very positive for spiritual growth, for connecting with the divine. Maybe you're going to be having a servitude attitude towards the religious centers, spiritual centers you're connecting with, and you are going to be having some pleasure trips also if you're planning to learn some mantras during this time, learn something more which can upgrade you. So that kind of a thing. Also, we have Venus and Jupiter's, exchange. So it's good for progeny, good for romance, good for the ex-partner, ex-relationship triggering during this time. Also, there is a Saturn, Mercury, and Sun conjunction in your second house. So this is about the finances management. Now you're going to be having a serious approach towards that. But remember, Mercury is combust till the 22nd Feb. So this might just bring about mismanagement of finances. You're not able to make right kind of decisions, or you're spending too much and the spendings are increasing as compared to the income. You can have strained family relationships. There is this isolating energy over there playing out. Or maybe, you have had a very bad argument and you have to pay for it 11th Feb to 27th Feb. Not a good time period any which ways. So avoid any impulsive investments, or, think before speaking with your family members, especially take the advice and help of the experts before jumping into the conclusions regards to your investments, for sure. If you want to go for higher learning, higher, education, if you are a student yourself. So this might just be a very positive time period because Jupiter is looking at your 9th house also. So this is good for that. And Sun is also going to be in your second house. So save money rather than going overboard in your expenditures. There can be some delegates coming in. You have some meetings lined up during this time. So 15th, 16th is a good time period for doing so also. 13, 14, sorry. Then lastly, moon will be in your 9th house. So 15th, 16th is a good time period for aligning your meetings and travels. And, maybe you're going to be connecting with your siblings or your guru or your father also. Okay. Now, I would just say that, if you want to take that support from others, you need to be supportive of someone else also, for them also. You are just thinking that things will fall in place, if even if I don't do it, you have to put the effort. Maybe the others are, but you are not realizing it. You're not maybe accepting it also. Okay. That is something which you're going through. Coming to the next sign, that is Aquarius. 1 second. So for Aquarius natives, this week, moon is going to be transiting your 6th, 7th, and 8th houses. 6th house transit is the house of conflicts. So you might just be very emotional about your partner, your relationship, your health, your money, your relationship with your co-workers, your subordinates. You would be empathetic towards others also. It's a moon is a very nurturing kinds also. So your focus is there, how you can be more analytical, how you can be more improving, on the improving side. Maybe you are going to be overcoming the your own behavior, the negative side of your behavior. So we all have the demon in us. Remember, the demon and the deva are both inside us. So the Daitya and the deva is within us. So we need to recognize which one is actually overpowering. At times, the Daitya overpowers, sometimes the devata overpowers. So you need to strike a balance during this time. Work out, take care of your mental health. Do not just get carried away in emotions and make hasty decisions regards to your finances, regards to your litigation, regards to your health also. Okay, do not get into the gossip zone. Maybe you need to work on yourself, and don't be self-critical also. Be a nurturing one, be the giver, so things are going to be in your favor also. Then moon moves into your seventh house, and seventh house is the house where moon stays on the 13th and the 14th. And this is the time period when you need to you are in need of that emotional support, or your partner needs the emotional support. The partner can be very uneasy, or there are some mood swings which are happening, which can cause some issues in your relationship also. If you're solo, maybe it is the business partner, or maybe the others apart from you for causing some trouble, or they have mood swings, or they are not supportive of you. They are feeling that you should support them instead. So that kind of a relationship would be triggering during this time. That emotional support that you're waiting for, you might not get, but you are supposed to give that support to your partner or the people apart from you. And there can be that your your harmony, your relationships, they are really requiring that kind of attention also, which you should give. Okay, this also gives you many sources of income. Maybe you're traveling, you're getting those comforts, you're buying ornaments, you're connecting with the government, the paperwork, etc., can be done also, because Mercury and Sun will also be right opposite this moon, in the first house. So this is the kind of help and support that you're looking for. So by the end of it, you will get it as well, just because Saturn, Mercury, and Sun are there in your first house. Also, moon is going to be in your eighth house, and that's happening on the 15th and the 16th. See, when moon is in the eighth house, this is the house of sudden events. Ketu is, as it is a sudden planet, abrupt endings, or abruptly, something absurdly, something happens, something which is very sudden and unexpected. That is what. So you will have some profound understanding of the world, the hidden realms, how you can cover cover up the upheavals in your mood, or your emotional ups and downs, how you can deal with them. And also, you're going to be more involved in your maybe research oriented mindset, or maybe you're going to be looking after your health, your people's health. You're the carer, or you're the nurturing one. Maybe you learn it from your mom, so you become, because Jupiter is also looking at your eighth house, not to forget that. So there's an exchange also, Venus and Jupiter are forming an exchange. Even then, Jupiter is looking at the zone. So this becomes a very powerful time period for inheritance, for travels, for learning. But at the same time, don't be analytical and self-critical during this time. Good for social work, good for occult sciences, good for medicine, healthcare industry. Okay, and this might just give you too many hardships also. You have to work extra, longer hours, you're not feeling up to it, and you do feel that there is some health issues which is causing some agony to you also physically. Okay, so you need to take care of your mental setup. We do have Mercury and Sun in your first house, so there can be some confusion, because Mercury is Combust, being the eighth lord in the first. Combust, not bad. You can be more communicative, you can be going in for some education, but decision-wise, you're overthinking and you're making wrong decisions. That is something you need to work on. And also avoid, self-doubt. There is a situation that you can get involved and trapped in, because you're making hasty decisions. So that is something which is making you feel bad, or the guilt trip that you're taking. That is something you have to avoid. Guilt trip, avoid. Okay, and don't even think of taking a shorter road to make money, because Rahu is in the second house. So speak straight, speak the correct thing. Coming to the last sign, that is Pisces. So for Pisces natives, this week, moon is going to be in your 5th, 6th, and 7th houses. So 5th house is the house of kids, children. It represents the regality. It also shows how you can draw the attention of others towards you. You're very talented, you're very creative, you're very artistic. You suddenly become very much into the, pursuing the hobbies, or just pick up the piano and just start playing, the Casio and start playing, or just pick up the violin and start playing, or start painting. That kind of a situation can come up with this moon in the 5th house of yours. You can be very talented, talent in, you can show in your speaking, acting, singing, dancing, whatever you like doing. And this might just be the time when you have to take care of your children's health also. This is also going to be giving you some obstruction while traveling. So be careful of that. 5th house is the house of intellect. So the logic reasoning fails you, but emotionally you're going to be doing really great. So you have to be deciding whether you are too emotional, or you have to be, when you're making decisions, whether it's logic that is required. So you need to be coming out of that mounting misery that you can get entrapped in because of your too much emotional bent of mind. There can be some hidden enemies that you have to deal with. There can be a loss of job during this time also, because it's the 8th house. So you are looking at the job at the job front in a very different in a different perspective. Maybe you are not supposed to put in your papers this time. Avoid on the 10th, 11th, 12th, avoid. There's a full moon energy also, very, very strong and a powerful full moon. And this is a Shahi Snan day also, So you need to be careful about your mental setup. You can be very emotional. Then moon moves into your 6th house. You feel that there is an overall improvement which is happening on the 13th and the 14th, and Saturn is also looking here. There will be comforts during travel. There can be that you're going to be making money during this time. Friends will come and help you. Whatever you want, help from your maybe, uncles and aunts, or someone, very close to you, you will get that, subordinates. So this is a very good time period for that. It also shows some conflicts. 6th house is the house of conflicts also. So litigation, loans, etc. also. So do be watchful about your loans and litigation during this time. Maybe you get carried away and get into some litigation or sue someone during this time, which can lead to some extraordinarily bigger problems. So be careful about that. Overcome your investments, hurdles that you're going through by taking advice and help from the experts. Also, you can be very service oriented during this time. Good for the ones who are into the healthcare industry, or into nurturing ones, or who are the caregivers. So this is a good time period for them, but this is definitely not the time period where the situation is looking that great as regards to your health. You need to work out. You need to take care of your mental setup also. And you must actually be giving it, or have a good sync with your co-workers also. Support them, help them out. Okay. Then moon is going to be in your 7th house, and the Ketu energy is there. Ketu is a very isolating energy. Remember, Mars is also looking here. So the partner is aggressive also, and in recluse also. So when moon goes there, can be depressive also. So you need to be supporting your partner emotionally. There can be that in the business also, you're incurring some losses. You have bigger expectations, but you're not getting them. So that can cause some disharmony in your mental setup and your physical realms. So you can be feeling a little uneasy during this time, but it is a good time period for travels. Maybe, you're learning something new. Maybe you're going to be taking your family out for dinner, or, you're just enjoying on the 15th, 16th. Connecting with your family is a good time period, and maybe you're going to be meeting some VIPs, the people who are, at a great height. Maybe, they're at power. So government officials, VIPs, all those people, you will be connecting also during this time. So some meetings are lined up. For that reason, it's good. For student natives, it's a good time period, to get those accolades, and maybe, good at their education also, the kind of subjects they are learning during this time. Also, we have a Venus and Jupiter forming an exchange, and Jupiter switches places and is going to be in the 1st house. So it's good for acquiring more knowledge. It's a good time period to understand what you really want, to be more self-introspective. Don't get confused. Don't get carried away in making decisions, because you can be illusioned because of Rahu in the first house. You can be more demanding in your relationship. So don't expect much during this time from your partner in your relationship. Also, Mercury and Sun are going to be in your 12th house, and Mercury is Astangata, that is Combust, also in the 12th house. So this is also going to be giving you sleepless nights, some disturbances there. Even the secret enemies might just come into power, and you are not able to make right kind of decisions during this time. You're sharing your information, and then that is actually taken away from you, and you don't even realize that. With Mercury and Sun in the 12th house also. 12th house is the house of self-introspection also. So you might just be having those, intuitive abilities during this time. Suddenly, you are very creative. You want to maybe purchase some gadgets during this times. Expenditures do increase. If you are in the foreign land, they can be that you're, maybe having some issues to deal with also with Saturn in the 12th house. So this might just be the time when you can be more mystical, you can be more spiritually inclined. They can be that you're going away from your country, also with Mars in your 4th house. This is also the time when you can be very meditative. You will learn more. Meditation is the key. And also be cautious about your financial decisions and transactions during this time. Maybe there is a fraud which can happen, so take good care of your money and finances. Somebody in the hospital you have to look after, so do that as well. All right. It's best to actually worship Lord Ganesha during this time, with the Mercury transiting to the 12th house in the Astangata, because Mercury doesn't do well any which ways in the 12th house. Okay. So this is it for all the 12 signs. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and do like and share with your friends and family. And do pray for my dad, as I said. I repeat, thank you so much for being here. Stay blessed, everyone. Om Tat Sat.